The Golden State Warriors this season have been very interesting for a multitude of reasons. You have Kevin Durant, who's going to be a free agent this offseason, and a lot of people really don't know where he's going to end up. If he could be a Laker, if he could go to the Knicks and team up with Kyrie and Porzingis, or if he's just going to stay in Golden State. And there's also the storyline with Steph Curry. Can he possibly win another MVP? But then there's the story that I want to talk about today, and that is Draymond Green and how he is potentially ruining his career. Now, look, everybody, that may be a push and that may be too much to say right now, but I definitely think Draymond Green is hurting a lot of things for his future. YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Young Mustard, and if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed the content, and also like this video down below, and also subscribe to my second channel. That link will be down below in the description, and the card should be on the screen. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Draymond Green is one of the greatest defensive players that I think the NBA has seen over the past 10 to 15 years. He is a Defensive Player of the Year winner, and he is widely considered as the glue and the energy of the Golden State Warriors. And this season, even though the Golden State Warriors are second in the Western Conference and they have a record of 23-12, and we do expect them to possibly even be the first seed in the West when it's all said and done, there is something about the Warriors this season that just seems a little bit off, and I think Draymond Green is the biggest reason and the biggest proponent of that, as Draymond Green this season has been playing arguably the worst basketball of his entire career, and that may be a stretch considering his early seasons, as how he didn't really sprout until 2014 in the playoffs against the Clippers. But when you consider his value and his importance to the team and what they ask of him, it has been awful. He's not even averaging 10 points, he's averaging 7 points, 7 assists, 8 rebounds, a block, 2 steals, but the worst part really is his shooting splits. He is shooting a career low from 3 since his rookie year. He is shooting 22% from 3, below 41% from the field, and from the free throw line he's shooting 74%. Now look, I understand that Draymond Green, I'm not asking him to go out there and give me 50, 40, 90. But for a player that a majority of his shots are open and not contested, I definitely expect more than 22% from 3. Now I understand Draymond has been battling a lot of injuries and he did miss some time in November, but the problem with Draymond Green is that this season and last season, his three-point shot has completely dwindled away from him, and people are just not even defending him from the three-point line. He is getting open shots on purpose now, not just because Steph is creating open shots for him, and because he's even getting more open shots, I expect him to even be hitting those even more frequently, but he is not doing that. He is not even making any shots this season, and I understand, like I said, injuries are a big factor of this season with Draymond and Steph, so having Steph gone did hurt Draymond even when Draymond was healthy. But the problem with Draymond Green is that when teams are leaving you open, that gives more attention for those teams to focus on Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, and Klay Thompson. And that is definitely shown when you look at the numbers of the team when Draymond Green was not there versus when he is there. The offense is definitely better with him not on the court. As in the last 8 games, Golden State, they are 28th in field goal percentage and 17th in three-point percentage. They are not even shooting league average from 3. And for a team that is very, very dependent on the three-point shot, that is not a good sign, especially when you have teams that are shooting the 3-ball very well in the Western Conference this year. As teams like the Thunder with Paul George, who is shooting amazing from 3, Jokic can stretch the floor with the Nuggets. That's going to be a problem in the playoffs if they cannot get that together. And their field goal percentage in the month of November, when Draymond Green was hurt and I think he was only limited to around 4 games, they were 5th in field goal percentage. So you can clearly see that when Draymond Green is playing, they are not the same team offensively. Now granted, defensively Draymond is still playing at an elite level and he is still passing the ball relatively well, but the problem with Draymond is not the defensive side of the ball. We understand the other things that Draymond Green can do, but offensively this is pathetic. This is awful. He is not playing well at all, and he is hurting this team. And when you look at even Klay Thompson this year is not even shooting 40% from 3. Now some people may be saying, look, not every great shooter has to be shooting 40% from 3, but for Klay Thompson, he's never shot below 40% from 3. And what makes matters worse, he's not even shooting league average. he's shooting 33.7% from 3, not even 34% from 3. And those numbers have heavily been influenced, especially over the past 8 games, because over the past 8 games that Draymond Green has been back, Klay Thompson is not even shooting 37% from the field. He's shooting 36.5% from the field, and he's also shooting 26% from 3. That is definitely a big deal, especially when you consider the 8 games before Draymond Green came back. Because when Draymond Green was out during that 11-game stretch, sure, Klay was not shooting 40%, but he was not shooting 26% from 3. Because during the 11-game stretch right before Draymond Green came back these past 8 games, Klay Thompson was averaging 25 points on 46% shooting from the field and 37% from 3. Now, I understand that 37%, like I said, it's not 40, but it is much better than the 26% that he's shooting these past 8 games with Draymond Green on the court. And Draymond Green these past 8 games since he's returned from his injury has been even worse than expected, as he's averaged 7 points, but he's also shot 36% from the field and 22% from 3. And some of these performances that I'm seeing from Draymond Green are just god awful. I mean, I'm talking games where he's shooting like 2 of 7 from the field, 2 of 8 from the field, 1 of 5 from the field, 0 of 3 from 3. I mean, against the Toronto Raptors where no Kawhi Leonard was playing, he was 1 of 5 from the field and had 2 points and 4 turnovers to 7 assists. And also, when you look at the game that he had against the Utah Jazz where they lost by 5 points, which is a big deal when you're shooting 40% from the field and 0 of 2 from 3. And also, against the Lakers, you can look at his performance against the Lakers and just shake your head, because he had 6 points, shot 2 of 7 from the field and 0 of 3 from 3. These are abysmal performances that are affecting the Golden State Warriors offense in a big way. It is not helping their offense in any way, shape, or form. And what makes matters worse here is that I understand the Golden State Warriors are still the favorite to win the NBA championship, but I definitely think this offseason, if Draymond can't get it together before the end of the year, there is a chance that they are going to trade him, especially if they want KD to stay in Golden State. Because if KD elects to stay, not only do you have the off-the-court issues with Draymond Green, but you also have the on-the-court issues, as Draymond Green can't even hit a jumper to save his life. And his free throw ability is also a little shaky at that. And the problem that I see is that this offseason, they're going to probably have to make a decision on Draymond Green, because he is an expendable player. Aside from what he brings defensively, you can find players like him all across the league that do even more. Because one of the reasons why Draymond Green is so special is because of the system that he is in with the players he is around. On the Golden State Warriors, with Steph Curry, with Kevin Durant, with Klay Thompson, with the coach system of Steve Kerr. So you definitely have to look at that. And Draymond Green, he is costing himself millions. And I'm not saying he was going to get the Supermax anyway, but I know damn sure his desired contract is not going to be what he gets in 2020 if he keeps playing like this. And if he gets traded from the Warriors and goes to another team, unless he magically gains some offensive ability that we've never seen before, Draymond Green will not make the Hall of Fame, because him, just like players like Dennis Rodman, Ben Wallace, they are Hall of Famers because they won. They were contributors to championship teams. Now, sure, Ben Wallace, he did only win 1 championship, but he also did win multiple Defensive Player of the Years, and that 2004 Pistons team will go down as one of the greatest defensive teams in NBA history that upset the Los Angeles Lakers. And when you look at players like Dennis Rodman was never some scorer, but because he was on the Pistons and the Bulls when they three-peated, that's why he's in the Hall of Fame, because he contributed as a big factor to multiple dynasties. So when it comes to Draymond Green, his legacy is about winning, and that's not going to look good, and he could potentially miss out on the Hall of Fame if he's traded. Now, one could say that if he gets traded after this year, after they win the championship, sure, he has enough to make the Hall of Fame, but I would want more security, because he could potentially make some more All-Star appearances with this team. And also, even though KD leaves in the offseason, they will still be a top team in the Western Conference. So you guys let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this video. Draymond Green, you got to get it together, because not only do the Warriors need you, but you need yourself, because you got to get that bag. And I always want players to get paid. And Draymond Green, when you look at his story, it's a great story, great come up. His mom, single mother, he has definitely had one of the greatest NBA success stories that I've ever seen, because he was never supposed to be this great and never supposed to be this important to the NBA, and look at him now. It's a great story. You guys should definitely go look into it. So Draymond, please get it together. I want you to get paid. And the Warriors, they need you, bro. They need you. So you guys subscribe if you like what you see from this channel. Also like this video, subscribe to my second channel. Y'all have a great day. Social media links will be down below. Peace.